The picture that I'm going to show to you was taken 60 million years ago in the past, and I've shown nobody this.
This man claims to be from the year 2082 and has been on a mission in which he time traveled 60 million years into the past and saw dinosaurs with his own eyes. We met up in an undisclosed location as he told us his story and showed us a supposed picture of a real-life dinosaur. Watch this and decide for yourself.
The year now, as of when most people are going to be watching this video, is 2019. In between the time that I first talked with you and that I'm talking to you right now, I went back to the year 2082, which is my natural year, and then I came back to the year 2019. Now let me quickly say to those of you who haven't heard my story that the reason I'm in 2019 is because I work for an institute that comes back to years of the past to analyze them and to collect scientific data. My job is to record prominent events that have happened throughout world history and report back on them and give full details about them. So, as I explained within my first video, I have actually been 60 million years ago in the past, and I've seen dinosaurs with my own two eyes. Apex TV has relayed me many questions that a lot of viewers have had, and I want to address some things and clear some things up so you can better understand my story and better understand the future that is coming for you and generations past it. So like I said, I am from the year 2082. And I traveled back to 2018 as part of a top secret mission. That is why I'm asking Apex TV to blur my face, because I'm technically breaking protocol by making this video with Apex TV. Because I feel as if time travel should be released to the public sooner than it is. If you watched my first video, you know that time travel is released to the public in the year 2028. It is of my belief that time travel technology should be released to the public now. Time travel has existed since the year 1981. However, it's kept totally secret only for government agencies until the year 2028, when it is finally revealed to the public. But like I said, I think it should be revealed to the public sooner, because there are so many good things that can result from time travel being released to the public. For example, people can go back and see prominent events throughout history. This provides an enormous education value as well as entertainment value. And you can really learn about what the past was like, because it's one thing to read about it in a history book, but it's a whole another thing to actually go back and see prominent events. Like I've said before, I have actually seen the Gettysburg Address in person. I have also seen the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776 with my own two eyes. And I have also seen dinosaurs 60 million years ago in the past. And a lot of people were asking if I have any evidence to prove that I really am a time traveler. And I can tell you for a fact that not only do I have evidence, but I'm going to show it to you here today. In fact, I have a picture of a dinosaur from 60 million years ago in the past, and I'm going to show it to you here today to prove to you that I'm really telling the truth. The picture that I'm going to show to you was taken 60 million years ago in the past, and I've shown nobody this except high-level executives in the future. But like I said, I feel as if time travel should be released to the public long before it currently is. So it is my goal to prove to you that time travel really does exist, and I'm going to show you a picture proving to you that I really have been 60 million years ago in the past, and I have seen dinosaurs with my own eyes. A lot of people were asking if time travel, when it is released to the public, if anybody will be able to do it. And for a matter of fact, yes. Literally anybody in the future can time travel as long as they have enough money. And in the future there's actually a universal basic income in which every single citizen of the entire world gets around 4,000 US dollars converted to your currency today. Every world citizen gets $4,000 per month. But when time travel is first released to the public in the year 2028, it starts off being very expensive, and hardly anybody is able to afford it. Only very wealthy people at first are able to time travel, but later time travel becomes much cheaper and virtually anybody can time travel. I must add that when time travel is released to the public in the year 2028, it is highly regulated by what are called time agencies. Time agencies essentially oversee time travel, and they have a set of laws and rules that every person that time travels is required to follow. One of which rules includes not seeing any past relatives, because this would in turn create a paradox and change the world to much of a significant degree, and it would actually cause a hole in space-time. And if you do break any of the rules set by any of these time agencies, you do not get to time travel again. And in certain severe cases, if you break any rules and you're caught, you can actually go to prison, and the time agencies will actually hunt you down and travel throughout different time periods looking for you. A lot of people were also asking if space travel is commonplace in the future. Yes, in fact it is. We have started terraforming Mars, Mercury and Venus, and I personally have been to all three planets. My personal favorite is Mars, because we first land on Mars as humans in the year 2022. But it isn't until the late 2050s when we begin to terraform it, as well as Venus and Mercury. A lot of people were asking what are the biggest problems facing humanity in the future, and I think the number one answer, safe to say, is global warming. Global warming displaces millions of people and causes people to move inland from major cities. A lot of people were also asking about technology in the future, and technology in fact has increased so exponentially that anybody who sees a piece of future technology would think that it is magic. And it's not magic, but it's so highly advanced that any person who hasn't seen it would automatically think it is magic. One of the most shocking pieces of technology is the brain chip. We can actually put a chip into our brain and connect to the internet and have instant access within our brains to all of the world's information on the internet. And this follows us to find answers to virtually any question that you think, and it also allows us to communicate effortlessly with each other via a sort of telepathy, because we can simply think something and the person that we wish to receive it will receive it. So like I said, my job is to go to the past and record events to show people back in the future, and this provides sort of education about the past, and it also provides context so people in the future won't make the same mistakes that we did make in the past. One of such, like I said, was global warming, and I highly implore people to take steps now in 2019 to combat global warming, because the reality is that it is not too late for you. There is an infinite amount of timelines, and when you time travel, you actually interface with another timeline that's similar. However, it's in a different time period. So when you time travel, you're actually going into a different dimension than the one you're currently in. And all this time travel technology that I'm talking about, like I said, is going to be released to you in the next 10 years. And you guys will see that everything I'm telling you is going to come true, and I'm telling the truth. Now, as part of my job, the furthest into the future I have personally gone is the year 8940. The year 8940 was essentially a utopia, and I met these tall, slender beings, in which I assume were descendants of modern-day humans, or possibly a sort of artificial intelligence. So a lot of people were asking how the process of time travel works. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know the exact details as to how time travel works, but I can tell you everything that I do know. So the machine I used to travel in is a perfect sphere object. I would estimate it's around 40 inches in diameter. So you get into this sphere object and it's actually perfectly balanced on the ground. And when you get in, it's very tight. It's quite small, and when you get in and you turn the machine on, it actually begins to rotate and it begins spinning very fast, and from the inside of the machine you'll see the outside go completely white. Now this is when you are actually traveling out of the third dimension into the higher dimensions. So this is, like I said, how time travel works. You actually go out of the dimension you're in, and then you're able to then interface with other dimensions that are very similar, however different in the sense that they're based in a different time. So to clear things up, you cannot actually time travel within a single timeline. You go to a very similar parallel universe that is based in a different time. And this is how time travel is accomplished, to the best of my knowledge. Now, if anybody has any questions, I would be willing to do another interview with Apex TV, as I will be in the year 2019 for about another month. So I would be more than open to do another interview with you guys, so I can answer any questions that people might have. So as far as the time that I actually saw dinosaurs with my own eyes, when you time travel, there's actually hardly any danger that you will cause a paradox if you follow the rules. So the time machine that you do travel in is able to become completely cloaked and completely invisible to the outside world. So for example, when I went 60 million years ago into the past and saw dinosaurs, the machine that I was in was completely transparent and you could not see it, and it was floating into the sky. And I was able to look down and see all the dinosaurs with my own eyes. I saw Stegosauruses, T-Rexes, Triceratops, and many more types of dinosaurs when I went to the past. And like I said, when I did go to the past, I was actually able to take a picture of a T-Rex. Now, contrary to what I think in modern scientific belief, in the year 2019, T-Rexes were actually feathered. And they came in a variety of different colors. There were purple T-Rexes, blue and green, and those were just the ones I saw. I assumed there were many more. And see, that's the benefit of using time travel for scientific purposes. You're able to see exactly what the past was like without having to make any guesses or having to look at fossils or anything like that. You're able to actually see it with your own eyes and document on camera, like the picture that I'm going to show you in 1 second here. You're able to actually see what dinosaurs look like, and you're able to see past events. So when I went back 60 million years ago in the past, we actually brought the time machine down to ground level. And when we were on ground level, I put the camera up to the porthole window on the machine, and I took a picture of a T-Rex. Now, I do not think that the T-Rex even detected that I was there in the machine. However, it did seem to sense something, so I took the picture of the T-Rex, started the machine back up, and then traveled back to the year 2082. I'm not exactly sure what the exact location was that I took the picture. However, I can say that it was in North America, what would be the modern-day southwestern United States. And right now I'm going to actually show you a picture that I took 60 million years ago in the past of a T-Rex, a living and breathing T-Rex that I captured on camera. And I would like to show you this picture right now. You will be actually shocked, and my goal is to convince you that time travel is real, and I have more evidence, in fact, that I could show in the future as well. However, I would like to show you this picture of a T-Rex that, like I said, was taken 60 million years ago. The picture I'm going to show you is actually of a purple T-Rex, Here is the picture. And you can see it shows an actual living T-Rex that was captured on camera. And I took this within the time machine that I was in. And I encourage any photo experts that are out there to look at this picture in depth. And you will see that it is not in any way manipulated. And this in fact is a real picture from 60 million years ago. And this is what T-Rexes actually looked like. As you can see, the T-Rex does have feathers, and like I said, it is a purple color. That is because the modern understanding of T-Rexes is actually incorrect, and it took people actually time traveling to the past to actually see what dinosaurs looked like. Now I have more pictures that I would like to show, and I do plan on coming back and meeting up with Apex TV again to show you more evidence that I have and answer any additional questions. So it is of my understanding that you can leave comments on this video, and Apex TV has told me that they will choose the best comments and send them to me, so I can come back and show you more evidence, so I can answer any questions that you have.